Welcome to English. I'm Miss Ashurst. I'm the Director of Learning for English. Here in our department we believe that English is fundamental, not just as a lesson on the school curriculum but also in life. Having the ability to read and write well is so important, as is having a wide vocabulary. Words really do allow you to have power in many situations, and having the best vocabulary to make yourself heard with will make you stand out from others. And here is the team. So you can see our 5-year curriculum here. In years 7, 8 and 9, we try to have an overarching theme across the year, and then each term has a different focus. I'll talk in a bit more detail about year 7 in a minute, but if we just have a little look at year 8, we can see the overarching theme is power and conflict, adventure and discovery. In term 1, we take this theme and we focus on it, specifically on man's relationship with the weather and with a focus on Shakespeare's The Tempest. Then, still looking at that main theme of power, conflict, adventure and discovery, we look at war poetry and other texts associated with the theme of war. And then again, still continuing with that theme, we look at John Steinbeck's novel of Mice and Men. So each of those years, 7, 8 and 9, have this overarching theme. Now, we follow in year 10 and 11 the AQA language and also the AQA literature syllabus. We'll prepare you really well for both those GCSEs so that when you come to take those 2 exams, you're going to be incredibly confident. So let's take a look at what exactly you will learn in year 7. Our overarching theme is, as you can see, love, relationships and betrayal. We take that theme and in term 1, we study poetry and we look at a range of poems, both traditional, studying the romantic poets such as Wordsworth, coupled with poetry from very modern poets such as the previous poet laureate Carol Ann Duffy. Then, in the second term, we take the idea of betrayal and relationships as we look at Shakespeare's Macbeth. You examine the characters and the themes. And then, in the final term, you look at a range of texts, mainly short stories, mainly prose texts, maybe 1 or 2 poems and 1 or 2 non-fiction, but mainly it'll be looking at prose texts and how relationships are presented in a range of short stories from a range of countries and cultures from across the world. Now, once you leave us with a good pass at GCSE, you'll be prepared for any apprenticeship or college place. Most colleges require you to have a pass in English language. A good GCSE grade in English will prepare you for studying anything really, specifically perhaps A-levels in English language or English literature, but any A-level or BTEC course will require you to have a good standard of English, because that shows that you can read, understand and analyse a range of texts, and also that you can write and express yourself well, which is a skill that most employers know is important. Now, if this was a normal open evening, you would have gone round to various English classrooms and done a range of different English activities. As it is, we've got one for you that you can try at home. You need a dice. If you haven't got a dice, you can use the link that's on the top of the screen. So the first roll of the dice will tell you the type of poem that we want you to write, and it corresponds with the numbers on the left there, 1 through to 6. So if you roll a 3, we want you to do a shape poem, which is a poem that's in the shape of the thing that you're writing about. Now, that topic that you're writing about, that subject, is going to be indicated by the second roll of the dice that you make. So if you were to roll a 3 again, you would be writing a shape poem about a superhero. And then we want you to roll the dice again a 3rd time, and that will tell you the type of mood or tone. So whatever number you roll, you look in the column on the right hand side and it'll tell you the kind of mood that we want you to create. Now, just to help you, we've got a little example of a limerick, a haiku and an acrostic poem if you're unsure about what types of poems they are. have a go at this activity, and if you want to email it into the English department, we'll have a look and give you some feedback. Now, right at the start of this video, I introduced you to the members of our team, and one of those, Mrs. Mollett, was in charge of English language and also the library. Well, here's what your library looks like. This was taken on the day it was opened by a local author. It hasn't changed very much in the way that it looks, just hasn't got the balloons and the ribbon, but it's there for you to come and use when you come to join us. There will be an opportunity to go down every fortnight as part of your English class, and also it'll be open at lunchtimes for you to come in, do some work, browse our books, and it really is a lovely space and we're so pleased with it. So because you can't actually physically be with us on open evening, I've included some still images so you get an idea of what the department's like. You can see the English corridor, and also I've included a couple of still images of the walls of two of our English classrooms. That's fairly typical of the displays about the text that we study that you'll see when you come to Penketh High School and when you start to have your lessons in the English corridors and in the English classrooms.